Greetings. Well, the Arcturian Council. Well, pleased to connect with you. Hello.
Hello. It's great speaking with you again.
Yes, it's wonderful to be here with you.
Can you talk a little bit about the significance of today as far as the planetary alignment?
Well, as you know, there is a great deal of energy present during any solstice, and when you have more activity in your skies where planets are aligned and where you can see things in the night sky that you don't normally see, then people get more excited. They get more interested in where you stand in the solar system and in the galaxy. And that's important. It's important for people to know that there's a bigger picture. So the beautiful thing about today is that it gets people thinking about the bigger picture and that there is an order to things in the universe, and especially at this moment in time you can see that reflected to you. You can see the order of it all, and you can take in the bigger picture and realize that everything is moving and happening in divine timing and in perfect order, and you get to live your lives and make your choices for yourselves and have your own development of your consciousness, but at the same time you get to be a part of something that is much bigger than you, and hopefully see this as a group event, a unifying event for humanity, as everyone is affected whether they realize it or not. Those of you who tap into the energies, who are more conscious of them, can of course have a bigger impact and do more grounding of those energies, sharing them with as many people as you possibly can.
I've been meaning to ask, why do you do the tones, those specific tones, the body movements, whenever you start channeling?
Well, the body movements are a byproduct of Daniel having more energy in his body. And so his body just has to move or has to hold certain positions in order for the energy to be released that's moving through him. Or like a stream of consciousness coming to him as energy and moving through him. And the very initial way that he interprets that energy is through sound. That's how he expresses us, through those sounds in the very beginning. Now, it also serves a dual purpose in that it gets all of you who are receiving the messages into a higher vibrational state where you're able then to open up more and to harmonize more with the energy that we are transmitting.
Is the universe infinite or finite, and are there multiple universes?
There are multiple universes, they're all infinite, they're also expanding at the same time.
I was watching a video and they were talking about the Great Pyramids of Egypt, and the man named Randall Carlson was saying that the Great Pyramids are a scale model of the one of the hemispheres of Earth at a ratio of 1 to 43,200. Could you talk more about how the pyramids were built and the, I guess, sacred numbers or sacred geometry with it?
Well, they were built to help you all have a better relationship with the beings coming from other parts of the galaxy who helped humanity at that time in Egypt recognize the power that you had within you to move gigantic stones and the power that you had to connect with other consciousness other than your own. So the placement of them has more to do with the placement of the stars in the sky, and specifically in the Orion system and in the Sirius star system, so that they could be used to take one's consciousness. Now, if one is in one of the pyramids and is focusing on projecting their consciousness or on receiving energies from other parts of the galaxy, then the pyramids amplify that ability in the same way that a crystal does.
Can we talk more about the dream that I had? I felt like you were in it. And how often do we talk in the dream state or in the astral state?
About once every 3 nights that you go to sleep, you'll come visit us in the astral plane. And the times when you recall or you have an idea of us and the connections that we've made, it means that you've been able to absorb more and bring more of it back. So it's a very good sign that you're bridging the gap between the waking and the sleep state.
Do you think humans will, I guess, be able to go on ships, or would we invite extraterrestrials into our homes? And would one be able to buy a small spacecraft, I guess in US dollars? Are there any aliens selling them?
You mean right now?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
There is not a market for them, but the time will come soon enough where you will be able to ride on a ship yourself, and so will everyone else eventually. And yes, ETs will be invited. into homes in the same way that you invite students into your homes from other countries in a foreign exchange student type of program.
That's very cool.
Yes.
Will there be translators that can translate any language that people can communicate? I guess for someone on the other side of the world? And would there be like portal system for fast travel or crafts, I guess?
Yes. All the above. There will be all kinds of ways of traveling. There will be all kinds of ways of communicating for those who are not able to do it telepathically. There will be technology type devices to aid in being able to translate.
That's very exciting. When do you think this would happen?
In the next couple of years, we're going to have a lot more ET contact, and hopefully, this year has, of course, been a strange year for humankind. So, next year, there'll be a lot of recovery taking place, and the year after that is the 2022 is a likely year for full extraterrestrial contact with humankind.
That's great. Um, hmm. This is kind of a weird question. So there was a movie or a TV show that I saw back at the library that I checked out a long time ago, a few years ago, and it had to do with magic. And there was a girl, I guess, under a spell where she was dancing in a ball. Um, would you be able to tell me what that TV show was called?
We cannot. We're not that familiar with all of the programming that you have there.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure, like, um, I guess for lack of a better term, your capabilities of what's possible and not possible, I guess.
Well, what we can do is we can lead you into a state where you can remember it through uh, getting you to focus on how the program made you feel. So if you can focus there, then it can drop into your consciousness.
Okay. I just watched the movie Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, and I really liked it. Um, it was I guess it had a lot of science fiction and extraterrestrial related content in it. Um, are
It's
Yeah. I guess there's Star Wars as well and Star Trek. I'm not sure what my question would be. Is there going to be more content in the future like that
oh
that
yes,
helps humans, I guess, readying them for contact?
much more. Yes, much more.
What are some good goals that you think that I could go for or try to achieve?
Being heart centered, being present, and being grounded. If those are your main goals, and you can be focused on what it is that you do want as opposed to what's wrong in the world or what's wrong in your life, then you can do just about anything. You'll access so much more power with those simple steps of being heart centered, focused, grounded, and present.
You've talked a lot about being a leader in your transmissions. Would you mind talking about that a little more, please?
Well, that's what we just gave you is a wonderful way of doing that. As you look at the great teachers that you have on your world today, like Eckhart Tolle and Muji, they dedicate themselves to being present and being heart centered. and having a very simple and grounded life. And people are very interested, they're very drawn to those types of teachers energetically. You have the other kinds of teachers as well, the Tony Robbins type, who's more focused on uh, being loud and in your face and getting people to sign up for his programs and so on. And there are people who are attracted to that energy as well, but they're less grounded and they're certainly less in their bodies and less spiritually inclined. And we know that someone like yourself is more interested in being a spiritual type of leader. And so, as you focus on being that version of yourself, a sort of monk like version of yourself that has interactions with others in the world, then it will, of course, be easier for you to stay on track and for you to shine your light and for others to see you shining your light and be attracted to you and want to know what it is that you are doing, what your secret is. And that's how you lead.
Does time travel work? Is that technology exist? And are there battles that go on Earth that are, I guess, temporal dimensions or related to, maybe even related to nuclear weaponry?
Time travel does exist, and some people do it through the use of technology. Some people do it through the use of consciousness. It is through the use of consciousness that you have more success, more accuracy, fewer fatalities, fewer side effects. So that's really what you want to go for. Those who are interested in taking the shortcut, not doing the work, and instead using a gadget, a machine of some kind, they are the ones who are also more likely to get involved in disputes with other beings who are seeking to steal their time machine or alter the timeline that they're on in a different way. But you don't have to concern yourself with any of that as someone who wants to live in the other reality, the reality where you achieve that through going within and finding a vibration and letting that vibration then take you to a particular reality within the space-time continuum.
Is there anything that you would like to talk about in closing?
We would like to congratulate you on making it this far in your spiritual evolution and let you know that each moment of each day can be as special as today is to you and to everyone else if you take the energies that are upon you now and you download them and you make them available to yourself to utilize, to bring you into a heightened state of consciousness whenever you want to be in that heightened state of consciousness, not just when you have something special going on in your calendar or in your skies. And if you do that and you follow your heart and follow your bliss, then you're going to have a much more pleasant time of it as you continue to ascend to the fifth dimension there on Earth.
Awesome. Thank you very much. It's been great talking with you.
Yes, for us as well. We are the Arcturian Council and we have enjoyed connecting with you.